And what's up again, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into our last race of the evening, believe it or not. We only had 4 today. It's like I get a half a day off. It's kind of amazing. Now I'm giving people crap now, and I shouldn't do that. On that, let me flip this on over. Like I said, welcome in, though. We got our last race of the evening, and it's going to be yet another good one. We got a, well, can't really call it an interdivisional matchup because unlike every other one so far this week, this one's actually interconference. We got on the left side TheBoss10987, your Kansas City representative, and he's going to be taking on RobSnowlock, your Washington representative, on the right side. That fedora. See? Oh, I saw that. I see that. It's sneaky. I like that. Spirit of the hype? Possibly? Spirit of the hype on the right side? I like that, Rob. I like that a lot, dude. Yeah, there's Log. I was waiting for the response. Oh my god, what? I was waiting for it. So on that note, like I said, welcome in everybody. If you're new to this, what we do is a best 2 out of 3 race using Isaac and the best save file. Oh, my brain is off. On that note, like I said, we use the same save file, which is Platinum God. It's Meloace's save file, and quite honestly, it's been nice, so it is kind of the best too. But like I said, we're using the same Platinum God save file with everything unlocked on it. So for that note, I guess it is the best. But there's 7 banned items nobody's allowed to take on the way down. So let me list these out in chat for you real quick here. That's Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, and the Toothpicks. Toothpicks you can pick up if you want to, but they're on the ban list so that you can re-roll them if you also want to. Completely up to the racers. Wow, that is not going to bot link for me, is it? Alright, fair enough. Moving on. Yeah, Spazbot, please? I guess not. Either way, we're going to do a best 2 out of 3 through the womb 2. Whoever kills Mom's Heart first will get a point added at the bottom of the screen. We'll reset both racers at that point and start from scratch. Most glitching outlawed unless there's some sort of risk involved with it. And on that note, we're off and running. So again, best of luck to both of you guys. And, well, we got at least luck on one side here. We're going to reset on bosses. That heals, not really so great with the vampire heals to start with. Rob, on the other hand, picking up those oh-so-wonderful pinking shears. And again, that'll cut your head off from the rest of your body. Body's going to walk around the room spewing blood and doing damage to anything it hits. Yeah, Krups is broken. That's not a real stretch for me, by the way. I break a lot, so... Ooh, Chemical Peel. Here's a good way to start off boss's run. So damage up on half of his tiers. Notice one of them's red and one of them's normal color. So only half of the tiers actually get that extra damage, but still well worth it. And again, he'll move on to his first boss fight slightly before Rob does, believe it or not. And Duke of Fly is just about dead for him. Rob gonna wait for that, ooh, and it worked out well. We're gonna wait for that item rock. And speaking of rocks, the small rock for RobSnowlock. How many things can we make rhyme here? It's 2 o'clock somewhere? No, whatever. Moving on, what I was saying was the small rock pickup on Rob's side will add to his damage, add to his fire rate, and drop his movement speed. So I don't think he's even going to bother with the pinking shears on this. He's going to save that flight effect for later on if he comes across. Well, maybe he will. Rocket, thank you, man. Holy crap. That's totally unneeded, but seriously, thank you very much, dude. Thank you, thank you. And Spaz thanks you as well, obviously. There you see the spam of it. Seriously, thank you very much. Modern day Shakespeare. Yeah, if all you have to do is say consistently, I guess so. Believe me, I'm not. Anyways, Relic on boss's side, like I said, is going to give him every 4 rooms he clears 1 blue soul heart. On Rob's side, he just picked up Mom's underwear. That'll give him a range increase on his shots. Yeah, no. That's the spam. And there's Rob's second boss fight, so now time advantage for him as he's going to fight the Black Widow here. And again, you see the nice method. You barely have to move side to side to actually avoid him. Had some time, Orton. Doing good tonight. How about yourself? Aw, yes. And let's get those yes crowns on that note as we got Patch and Boy being picked up for Rob. He'll be the first on down to the caves. Again, fighting Pride over on the left-hand side, just about done as a boss. And he's still looking for his room of significance to end the floor. We're 3 weeks into that joke, and I'm still going to keep using it because we can't keep saying the boss is looking for the boss fight. The boss just killed the boss on his floor. Like, it gets repetitive, right? Anyways, that spawned the Anarchist Cookbook for the boss, and that's going to spawn random bombs across the room like you just saw Pride doing to him. And Rob gonna head into that third item room for the virus. That'll add poison touch to him. Any enemy that hits him is gonna take on a damage over time poison. And again, it doesn't take for all that much damage, but it's still something. It's not no damage. That's the important thing. And if you're gonna take damage, you might as well hit the other enemy, right? And if he doesn't charge, that actually worked out pretty decently. Anarchist Cookbook kind of paying off, and we got Famine again on the left side, so let's all greet him. If you would. Hit more dots. Add more dots. It's like a warlock over here. Wait a minute. He's a warlock with a fedora? This is getting scary. Alright, there's that cube of meat to finish off the fight for the boss. And again, that'll orbit around blocking shots. We'll also do 7 damage to anything it makes contact with. No, Virus would not actually get triggered with the Pinking Shear's body, and that's a shame because wow, would that be overpowered. You're correct on that. That would be a very overpowered combo, but no, it would not do that. Good question, though. But no, it doesn't, sadly. Hey, Edmund, help us? Huh? Huh? It'd be cool. No? Probably not? Alright, well, I have to ask. Notice there that Rob's head actually hit those enemies, so the body itself will not add that poison, just Rob's head at this point. Ooh, and he's actually turned those hollows into 3 instead of 2. There's one of them being taken care of. And if you notice, that body's acting just like it did in my race against Gambit when I actually had 2 of them in the same room that did nothing for me the entire fight. So sometimes they troll you. But again, Rob finishing off the hollow. Gonna move on down to Caves 2. And again, Boss here in what just says Catacombs. I didn't notice it, but apparently has an XL floor, so both of his caves floors combined together into one. Excuse me again, sorry about that. Yeah, you were having way too much fun with that one, weren't you, Gambit? But it's not doing anything! Spaz is like wedged in the craziest spot here. And the sad thing is like I'm on the edge of my chair and I can't move because if I do, there's a chance that like he's just gonna completely fall off of this chair. And believe me, the claws in my leg, I'll never feel the end of that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna sit here. I'm literally propping myself up with my arms right now for my cat's sake. Like, he just is a derp, I swear. Anyways, we got the Wretched over on Rob's side, looking to finish off his caves too. Again, has not found his item room, but may not care too much at this point, it looks like. We'll see if maybe minimally he winds up at the Devil Dealer God room here. Oh good, you're awake. Move slightly. Thank you. Anyways, a little bit of range up for Rob, and there is that Devil Deal we were talking about. Thank you very much. He'll also take the mark, so a little bit of damage increase and 1 soul heart to replace the 2 red hearts he spent. And he'll be moving on down to Necropolis, aka Depths 1 for him. And again, Boss looking for 2 item rooms and 2 back-to-back boss fights still to finish off his caves. Excuse me again. And they'll both be in the same floor for him. He does have an XL. 2 of diamonds will double up the amount of money he has. He may hold on to that for a bit. And speaking of those 2 item rooms, they're connected together. So could you get any luckier than that? Now he just has to find his 2 connected boss fights as well. So how about some health up, Rob? Speaking of getting luckier, one of those hearts that he spent goes back to him off of opening a locked chest. We also got a really good item there, Rainbow Baby, so Rainbow me if you guys would. Speaking of those bombs, Kamikaze, the glitch with this is allowed, by the way, guys. You just can't open doors consistently, like, you know, like if we can tell that you're doing it on purpose, that's not allowed. But again, holding onto walls and taking no damage with Kamikaze is allowed. Rainbow Baby following around Boss also is going to shoot out random follower tiers. You notice he actually used a bomb right there instead of actually, excuse me, instead of using his Kamikaze. There's a good chance that when you open up doors that you're gonna take damage with Kamikaze, even if you're holding the wall and glitching it where you shouldn't take damage. But again, there's literally, I think, like 1 tile that you can stand on and not take damage. Moskull showed it, I think it was like week 4 or week 5, give or take. But he showed it there. And there you go. Notice that basically Boss took damage, I think, because he got hit by the mask just slightly before he hit that Kamikaze. But again, let's say that you're getting shot by those green shots. If you're holding up against a wall, and you actually can, you make yourself invincible so that that doesn't pot shot you. You can do all sorts of cool things with Kamikaze, believe it or not. Alright, so Rob on the right side down to just the one red heart at the moment. Gonna have to really worry about that fire as he walks by. Again, still just looking for the boss fight here. Oh, actually left his body in a bad spot. He is gonna be able to get any damage done with it. Ouch. That's a terrible spot for that to split to. At least he can fly for the room, but the body's just gonna chill over here. Just derp, 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 derp. I'm gonna bleed in a corner. It's cool. It's cool. And facepalm. Yeah, what's up, Armos? How you doing? So, into the first of the two boss fights, or excuse me, the two rooms to end the floor for the boss. Sorry, rooms of significance to end the floor. That's what I was going for. Anyways, first of those happens to be Pestilence here, so that'll be a second cube of meat adding on to the one that he has already. That'll still float around blocking shots, damaging anything that touches it, but also shooting out tears. No, it's got to be a wall that you're using that Kamikaze glitch against, because if it opens up like a door, or if it disappears like one of those rocks, basically if that's all you're holding on to, it still counts as damage for you. So the way to think about it is like whatever it is has to remain there after you are holding on to it and still use Kamikaze. So like I said, if the door opens up, you take damage. In theory, there's one little itty-bitty tile you can hang on to, and it's really finite. But again, it's really, really tough to do. Yeah, the room of significance, the second one that is, to end the floor here for the boss will be the husk. Again, Rob working on trying to gamble a little bit here if he can. And that Nova Scotian internet, and there he goes. I thought that's what was going to happen, so let's see, that he might have disconnected there. We'll see if boss noticed that or not. He'll be on into a devil deal here momentarily, but it looks like he did disconnect. And boss gonna hang out here momentarily. Like I said, he did notice Rob disconnected. He's gonna think about this too for a second. So let's see, we got that Spirit of the Hype, and there's Rob coming back online now. I wonder if he even noticed that, which will be the funny part. If Rob's still moving, I'm gonna kind of laugh. Come on, load the video, Twitch. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. All right. So he's gonna hop back in. They'll get on the call again together, and they'll get this going again momentarily. So just hang tight for a second or two. Wonderful, wonderful internet, and it's random disconnects. All right, they're back off and running. There's that decision. Brimstone costed 2 hearts, and I kind of figured that's where boss was going to go with this. One of my favorite items in this game. I love, 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 love Brimstone. I adore this item. What I hate is that boss fight that Rob got himself into. The Mask of Infamy showing its face yet again, pun intended there, but Mask of Infamy showing its face yet again in one of our fights. And this thing is a troll extraordinaire. Yeah, no mask. No. Again, boss still holding on to that 2 of diamonds to double up his money whenever he puts it to use. Again, on the same floor as Rob now. And Rob going to take a little bit of time to get through this fight, but playing it very safe and very smart, hanging off to the side of the mask, which is probably the easier of the 2 ways to kill it. You can shoot it from behind. I would probably shoot it from the side if you could, though. Alright, very nicely done. There's that magic 8-ball, a little bit of shot speed increase. Again, Rob is hoping for some health, but no such luck. 2 of clubs gives you, in this case, excuse me again, sorry about that, 2 bombs because he had none. And Rob gonna move on down to his steps too. Handling those masks like a champ, you damn right. So again, boss gonna look for his item room before he worries about that room of significance to end the floor. Again, actually was closer to his item room. Or excuse me, his item room. Jesus, let me try that again. Was a little bit closer to his store and figured, why the heck not? Try to use the key there. Again, it was greed. You run that risk, but you might as well try. You had enough money. But let's see, with no keys now, I think, yes indeed, gonna head straight for that boss fight. Excuse me, that room of significance to end the floor. Ooh, and it's the bloat yet again. So this might take a moment or two. You can see very nice dodging. All you wanted... Oh, what? How did that spawn up there? Also, wow, is that sticking him in a terrible location. How did that blood spawn underneath boss's feet? Wow. Either way, if you stay up at the top of the room, especially if you have flying now, which boss just utilized with the hangman card, but if you can fly and you don't get that blood randomly spawning under your feet, you're pretty safe up here because you can't have the bloat brimstone upwards. You can only go sideways and down with it. Yeah, there's been an abundance of bloats this evening. The game feels bloated, apparently. Who knew? Alright, so with no key, boss can't get into that item room yet here in Depths 2, so he's going to have to go around looking for that still. He spent the last one, remember, to get into that store on Depths 1. Oh, excuse me again, sorry. I hate allergies. One of the few times he's actually utilized that kamikaze. Oof. Triple brimstones going in the same direction. I was like, wait, why did that look so weird? And then I realized that one of those in the center is actually a champion mob. So it's going to have more health, and that's why it's got that deeper red color, and that threw me off for a second. There you see them side by side. So that threw me for a loop for some stupid reason. Excuse me again. How's up, Foggy? How you doing? There's that boss fight on Rob's side, so we know where Mom's Foot is for him. Question is, where's the item room? He's actually got the key to get into it, whereas Boss is still looking for that same Mom's Foot fight. But again, does not have a key to get into the item room that he already knows the location of. And speaking of keys, now the game's just rubbing it in. There's the 6th for Rob, but he's going to forget about his item room. It's too far away, move right on into his Mom's Foot fight. And you notice that body running around door to door, it'll hit those open eyes too and do some pretty good damage to him. Hopefully it'll take out those ads. That's the best thing it can do, honestly. And going back into yet another store with that key, Boss gonna get himself a ladder. Not probably as useful as that item room might have been, but again, far too long of a walk away, and he knows that Rob's already fighting Mom's Foot here. Oh yeah, I just bought the ladder. There's that realization moment, and there's Mom's Foot, for that matter, for the boss as well. So again, Rob just about done on his side, and then we'll find out what version Boss gets momentarily. Alright, a little bit of health up and a very slight amount of, not tears up, but in fact, damage up on that meat. Polaroid pickup for Rob as well. If he were to get down to half a red heart, that's going to spawn him a full blue heart once per room. Or excuse me, what the hell am I thinking? That's scapular. Jesus Christ. I've been on way too long in the past 2 days, and my brain has turned to mush already. What I meant to say is if you get down to half a red heart or anything below it by the damage that you take, that actually gives you a 5-second damage shield. Herp, 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 a herpity derp. Crumps no math, crumps no items. Yeah. jeez. I need sleep. Anyways, ripping on through with that kamikaze glitch on Mom's foot was the boss. And again, moving on down to his womb floor again. We got an XL on the right side. And all you're looking for are boss fights here in the womb. So, if Rob comes across his, he's got Womb 1 and Womb 2 bosses back to back. And again, boss has got to clear all the way through this Womb 1, find a boss fight, clear through the Womb 2, and then kill off. Oh, that was unlucky timing right there. So, there's what we're talking about, folks. On A Curse of Darkness, I guarantee you that boss did not know he was opening that door, so that's okay, keep in mind. Ooh. That's a waste of time, accidentally. So, going into a secret room there, how about that red chest teleporting you into what could have been a pretty decent devil deal? This actually will be. It's free damage up for the boss. It's about 3 damage up with the coal here. But he wastes a little bit more time fighting a mini-boss. When isn't my brain on mush? Stop making me wake up at like 2 in the afternoon. This wouldn't be a problem. And there you go, a little bit more health up for the boss as well, and 1 blue heart and 1 red heart, replacing what he had. And let's see, where to head now. So again, one of the problems that boss had, like I was pointing out, is that he accidentally opened up that secret room not knowing it was there. So that's why we allow the kamikaze glitch. It's risky in the fact that if you're not paying attention, you accidentally open up your secret or super secret room and you don't know it's there, you just took a lot of damage that maybe you weren't planning to. Does Coal affect Brimstone? Yes, it does. Automatic, I believe it's 3 point some odd damage up on it. Forgot the exact amount, honestly, and we should have shown that during Mythbusters, and I do believe I forgot. And again, Rob's found those 2 back-to-back boss fights down at half a heart at the moment, though. Ooh, and make that dead. He didn't even use those pills he was holding on to. So all the way back to the beginning for him, and that gives boss a huge time advantage here. Wow, check this out. 2 health pills, or health up pills, I should say. 2 bad trip pills. He'll take that with him because notice, as Rob walks out the door, he gets down to 1 red heart left. That became a full health pill. You can't actually die as Isaac to any pill. Yeah, notice boss going through, actually doing a very smart thing here, making sure that he clears out all the rocks against the wall. Any red rock in the womb, and again, only 1 per room. But any red rock in the womb can actually be an item rock. So he's open for some soul hearts, possibly free of charge. No such luck, though. If I could remember how to spell, I'll get that link for you. Haha, beat you. I win. Just barely, but I win. Wow, no luck on the boss's side. Not a single item rock here. See, on mine, it's mine first. It's all a matter of who's got more lag on chat, basically. And mine's been crappy all day as far as lag goes. So that don't shock me. That don't shock me that not everybody else Ben's got it first. Alright, tier 8 increase on boss is actually going to give him, believe it or not, lesser charge time on his brimstone. Cat, you're in the middle of the hallway meowing. What? You have food and water. I know you do, because I gave it to you before the race. Alright, Blue Baby Soul, you can see floating around the room here. It doesn't take Abel with because he's not technically speaking a follower. But again, any other follower that Rob gets is going to follow around behind that Blue Baby Soul and keeping that exact same pattern, firing out whatever direction Rob's shooting. How about that? We had a health down and a health uphill in that room for boss. Nice offset there. So he found the health down or the health up first, I should say. Actually, no, it was vice versa. I take that back. Health down, then health up. We'll take it. At least that offset. On that note, we got champion version of Famine on the right side, so we all know what to do. Let's all say to him, if you will. Alright, boss finally coming across that room of significance to end the floor, in which he's found Teratoma, which is actually kind of easy to take out with Brimstone. Doesn't look like you're doing much damage to it, but you actually are, believe it or not. Ow. By the way, that sound was my cat knocking my remote down onto my foot while jumping down, also landing on the same foot. Slow clap. Nice job. Anyways, so there's Teratoma being taken out, like I was saying. Boss gonna try to kill off a few more of these, and I swear he's having some bad luck, but now there's some of that more luck. 2 more health uphills, and he knew what they were. 2 more fire rate increases as well. He's also got a devil deal to think about taking. Oh yeah, that's right, he was already in that one, which was Krampus. Now that occurs to me. I thought that was in the depths for some reason. Anyways, moving on down to his womb too. Lots of health containers on both sides now. Alright, might as well with 19 cents. Let's try to get a Judgy, please. Wow, that was fast. Ooh, wow. Not only that, but that was dang useful for this late in the game. How about the wafer for 1 penny off of a Judgy for the boss? Wow. He now takes half damage down here in the womb, which means he only takes half a red-hearted damage on anything that hits him. Again, unless he had, like, blood rights, but that's kind of few and far between. But wow, what a find. He's also got enough money. I was gonna say, that arcade may look awful tempting to him. Ooh, he's just going to go through and blow everything up, so not going to worry about that Liberty Cap either, believe it or not. I may have considered that as well for the random mushroom effects, but I'll keep the Polaroid with him. Yeah, 1 penny wafer? I'll take it. I'd buy that. I'd buy that twice. Hell, if it worked twice, I'd buy it twice, absolutely. It won't, that's the sad thing, but if it did, oh man, that'd be sweet. Alright, so again, still looking for those item rocks. Anything? Oh, that was kind of cheesy. That's a risk you take, though. Again, if you go right in the dead center, you may open up that the way into a secret room. And lo and behold, boss found that. Also got himself that item rock there with that great chest, but nothing real spectacular. Got 1 key out of it. Alright, range up on Mom's underwear. Again, you see small rock is going to be damage up, fire rate increase, and movement speed down on Rob's side. He's going to go back and grab that item now that he's got a key to get in there. And speaking of item rocks, suddenly they're showing up all over the place here on Boss's side. And again, poison bombs with Bob's Curse for Rob. He also gets +5 bombs out of that. So he's up to 7 now. Excuse me, and he'll be moving on down to his cave suit momentarily. And let's get another quick judgy please. Wow, speaking of quick judgy pleases, how about the treasure map for the boss? So I'll be able to see the entire layout of this floor. And I think it's pretty obvious where that boss fight's gonna be. I think we might be able to see it. Well, there's 2 chances, but I can pretty much tell you it's gonna be the one on the far right, I believe. You may check up here just to be on the safe side. There's that, if for one room while it was empty. I'll be damned it was up here. Well, Crumbs doesn't know jack squat. Anyways, boss, I hate to tell you, dude, but you just brim snapped that thing dead. You realize that, right? So again, in the open room, it was okay, but you kind of brim snapped an enemy dead, bro. Which again, not allowed, guys. Okay, seriously, this is a call out to all my racers. Pull your heads out of your asses, guys. It's about that time, because y'all have been making some stupid fucking mistakes of late. So what happens? You technically cheated because you can't do that, so that's a reset. Yep, you can't use banned glitches, guys. Yeah, you basically spam the arrow for extra ticks, basically. So yeah, you wind up with either triple. How many the hell did we get that one time? I think Rob's gotten like 6 ticks out of that, believe it or not. But yeah, same thing, like when we saw like the banned items get picked up, same thing, like same exact rule on that one, basically. Like this year, banned items are flat out banned to the point where you can't even touch them and get them out of the item rotation anymore. Like, he was doing it in the room before to show you exactly how to do it, basically. Oh, excuse me. And there's Mini Much, so that's going to give him a speed and range increase. Again, he's itty-bitty as well. And again, Rob, after getting that item room, I can't think of the name of it now, Mr. Makeup for him, so he's got another 5 bombs on top of what he had gotten rid of before. Yep, basically the gist with any type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like any type of glitch, basically. Or, I guess that is the right word for it. Yeah, it is a glitch, I guess. I'm trying to think of a better way to describe that, but I guess glitch is the right word for it. Either way, like some of the other things, you basically have to have some sort of risk involved with it. What happens with that brimstone glitch, basically, is that you wind up spamming whatever direction that you're wanting to fire in, and brimstone normally gives you 2 ticks of damage. Now, with doing that glitch, you basically add on extra ticks of damage just by standing there and mashing a button. So there's no real, like, worry involved with that, basically. So there's no detrimental effect to it, I guess you could say. Now, the brimstone glitch that he was using, there's a lot of detrimental effects, and you probably saw, like, he took some damage when he accidentally opened up Seeker Rooms and Super Seeker Rooms, for example. Like, that's not intended. He wasn't thinking, like, you know, oh, okay, I'm just gonna totally find a Seeker Room here. That was sheer dumb, stupid luck, but there is that risk involved at the same point, you know what I mean? So we allowed that stuff to happen, but if it's only beneficial to you, like, especially in that case, we basically outlaw it. You can complain about the rules all you want, but they were all set up by the racers themselves, guys. And again, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, but he only took 1 thing of steroids, really? Like, even though it's in the rules, he did it once. I mean, geez, he only killed one person. Why would you convict him of murder? It's the same theory, basically, so sorry. That's the rules, guys. Again, all the racers voted on him, so it's up to the racers themselves at this point, and that's one of the rules that they came up with, so... And Pete Rose only bet on his team one time, jeez. Like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. As much as it sucks, it's still what happens. Same thing, like earlier this week, what did we have, 2 different banned item pickups? 3, actually, now that I think about it. Same thing, though. Like, you can't pick up the banned items in the league this year. Even if, like, okay, think about it. How many of those can you not replace or put back down? Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, you cannot put back down. All the other, well, technically speaking, the toothpicks, but that's just on there to get rerolled. Moot point on that one, though. So basically, like, half of the banned items you can't even pick up and put back down and just be like, oops, didn't realize it was banned, you know, my bad, type of thing. So we just outright banned them all this year, so you can't even pick them up anymore. And if you do, that's a reset. So same things happened on a few different occasions. No, it won't change next year. I have no intention of changing that rule. If there's no risk involved with it, I don't want glitching to happen. Yeah, Cobalt still had the charge on his D6 and walked into a Bible the other day. He still had to reset his run. Ooh, and I'm about that well-timed one-up for Rob in his secret room, so thank you very much, sir. Again, if he does happen to die, all those red hearts actually get refilled for him. Excuse me. And again, boss fighting against the Headless Horseman here. One last little bit to kill off, and then he'll wind up with a good way to replace that D6. Excuse me again, sorry about that. My allergies are starting to get the best of me now. My nose is running. Either way, though, like I was saying, basically he's going to wind up with flying ability and plus movement speed. He also gets a charge off of the space use with it, which makes you invincible. This brings up another good point. So there's a way that with the horse that you wind up getting here, that you can actually sit in a corner. Like, all you have to do is hit spacebar and not touch anything else. And it's basically loading up that charge that is your space use on the horse. You're invincible during that time. And again, like, let's say that you know you're going to get stomped on by Mom's foot or something. You're not allowed in the league to beneficially just sit there and be invincible with it to use up that charge. Basically, like, there's timing involved with it, obviously, where maybe that happens too. But you can tell, like, if somebody's literally sitting there trying just to be invincible with it, it's blatantly obvious. So, like, that one isn't allowed either. So again, you have to take some form of risk involved with it. It can't just be straight up beneficial to the player. I'd be excited for the NFL games tomorrow, but I'm going to miss them all because, let's see, the races start. I would miss the end of the first races, and I wouldn't get to see the end of any of the remainder. So basically, I also don't have TV, so I won't get to see any of them. I might see the Sunday night games end, so that'll work out well. In fact, who plays Sunday night? Is it Dallas and, oh, who does Dallas play? Shoot. I don't remember now. Dallas and New York, I think, is the Sunday night game? But yes, absolutely. Like, I've been waiting for football season to start, so yes, I'm definitely excited. And I got to watch the game on Thursday, so I'm all good. Yep, Cowboys-Giants, nice. I might get to see the end of that. Alright, so both pretty low on health here. Yeah, that's a scary room to be in. Those spiders, man. Those freaking spiders, dude. Those things have claimed more lives, I think, than the bloat have this year, honestly. I seriously detest those splitting spiders. Ooh, speaking of spiders here. Yeah, Rob's gonna put out that orange fire first. I thought he was considering not taking it, but he was putting out the orange fire to make sure he didn't get shot when he did. So Daddy Longlegs on Rob's side, that's gonna stomp down on it, like that, on enemies. And that Daddy Longlegs spider leg is actually belonging to Rob. He cannot take damage from it. Anything else in the room will, though. Excuse me again, sorry about that. Yeah, Bears play the Bengals week 1. And I believe that is a noon game here in Illinois. Well, I don't know who's hosting it. I think the Bengals actually host it, so I think it's in Ohio, but same difference. You knew what I meant. You knew what I meant. It's an early game is what I was getting across. So yeah, I'm going to miss that one. I might get to see, like, the very end of it, but... Or the very beginning and miss the very end, I should say, of it, but we're going to lose. Let's be real honest. Bears are going to lose. And that's tough to say with the Bengals, but we're going to lose. All right, I've seen everything X-ray vision on those glasses for the boss are going to let him get into and out of every single entrance and exit. Oh, that's terrible timing on that. Thankfully for the 1-up, Rob's going to spawn right back outside and hope he doesn't get Blue Mom now. Okay, good. Gray Mom once again. So he's got 1 heart sitting in the middle there. It's kind of amazing he didn't grab that last time on accident, believe it or not. Either way, though, like I said, you notice at the bottom of the screen, you see the way into one of the secret rooms there. Boss did not have to bomb to use that, so he's going to get all of those free of charge. And again, you can see free passage on into the store for that matter. Sometimes you get really lucky and they're right next to some of your very good rooms, so that could be a lot of free room entries for the boss. Nice dodge on that one, by the way, on Monstro Shot. That was a hell of a move right there to get underneath it. I didn't think he was going to clear it, but damn, nice move. I'll get back in up. Yeah, I'll make my decision after I see how our coach actually handles everything. Because with a new coach, you have no idea how they're going to call the plays and everything, so I don't know. We'll see come regular season here. Preseason doesn't really tell you anything, so I can't base anything off of that. We should be decent enough. I mean, hell, we were 10-6 last year. Alright, a little bit of health up and damage up, believe it or not. That is mismarked, not tears up, but damage up for the boss, and he'll be moving on down to basement 2. Alright, one more Globbin to take care of. Damn, those things are trolls. They tend to live right after all these fights. Oh god, Super Envy. Are you kidding? If that build wasn't halfway decent right now, boss would just reset this, because this is going to be a long mini-boss fight here. And again, this will split into 3 on all 3 of these as well, so he's got a few more to kill off. Rob getting into an XL floor here in the womb, though, as he's finished off his mom's split fight. And again, at 2.5 hearts right now, this is a hell of a nasty room to be stuck in. Make that 1.5. And make that half a heart. There you see the Polaroid enacting as he gets down to just that half a red heart. He had 5 seconds of invincibility there. So now he's really got to hope for heart spawns. Speaking of, thank you. See, commentator, not curse. Anyways, there's 5 seconds of damage invincibility, like I said for Rob. He's going to hope to clear these out because this will be a soul heart guaranteed at the end of this room. Let alone he's got that arcade sitting right there too, and plenty of money to spend. There you go, how about a little bit of health up. Oh, speaking of money to spend, yoink! Thank you, 6 more cents. So 22 cents now, Rob will head on in. Ooh, that could come in very handy. So possible soul hearts there on the left side. Speaking of soul hearts, why not? There's one on the right side too in that heart machine. See, I don't like college football that much. Wow, really to that 3-cent Monty? Really? Well, there's that crap hat again. Scatola, he's going to make every fly in the game Rob's friend now, so he cannot take damage to any flies anymore. So it's all about getting some soul hearts out of this now. Anything would help. You could even get the Hierophant card, maybe a Sun card for a full heal and a map. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty, boss. Full heal and a map on an XL floor? Sun card? Anything? I've been calling these all night. How about now? Oh, really? Really? So let's see. I would probably take that Isaac's Fork at this point, honestly. Well, you know what? He is sitting at half a red heart, so I guess I would take the Polaroid. 5 seconds of damage shield every time Rob gets hit from here on out. Yeah, the soft serve hat. My god. I'm never gonna look at soft serve the same. Thanks. Thanks. Aww. Aww. That's just aww. Alright, let's see. What's over to the right side here for Rob? Those demon eyes. I hate trying to get away from that. Nice job dodging all the blood in the brimstone shot there, though, by Rob. Let's see. Safety cap, probably not so worth it. That would be more chance of pill spawns. You might get a heart, believe it or not, out of those. And Rob knew he had one more key back here anyway, so let's see. Anything good? 2 more cents. Again, nothing he can spend those on at the moment. He's hoping for a judgy. Maybe he can get a sun card out of that. I call it shit helmet. Hey, it works. Oh, Hawkins is out with an injury. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, God, till week 9. Jesus, I didn't realize he was that injured either. Damn. I don't know. Like, I could see us winning, but I don't have that much faith in my team. Like, the Bengals are scary enough that you guys could just smoke us. So there's Pentagram on Boss Society. He's going to get damage up on his tiers. If I'm not mistaken, that's 2 damage up. Also gives you a little bit of curse increase, so more chance of getting devil deals. Excuse me again. There, like I said, this room is just brutal. Hopefully Rob does not have to go back through that one ever again. Although if he doesn't find anything on this side, he's gonna have to. Oh God, this room. Bullet hell, ladies and gentlemen. Wow to this. Alright, Rob's gonna stay on the other side of the room. He may just let the foot do the rest of this if nothing spawns near him. Jeez. Nice job in that room, Rob. I would have been dead. Let's call him like we see him. I'd have died in that room. There's no chance I would have survived that. Let alone not taking any damage. No chance in hell. That was a great room. Rob down to just that half heart again here. Boss gonna make his way through all of his secret room entrances and exits and see what he can't find. Again, might as well steal whatever's in that challenge room because you can just walk right back out as you see again. That's the beauty of those x-ray glasses. And right on over to his item room as well. Oh, excuse me again. Ooh, up to a full heart now. That actually didn't do any good or hurt Rob in any way, shape, or form. But at the same point, again, everything down here in the womb hits you for a full heart of damage. So technically it didn't do anything. Ooh, like I said. And there's that full heart of damage, so Boss back in the lead now on the left side. And there's that skeleton key, like we were saying, so 99 keys now. Nothing that's locked will be an issue for the boss. Have yourself a good one, Dark. Take care. Oh, finally tonight. Oh my God, are you serious? Finally tonight it shows up. Money equals power for RobSnowlock. Let me give you a breakdown of exactly what that does. Most people think a cap's at 90 cents. I actually proved that on Mythbusters, but it actually... Where the hell's my mouse? Why am I not typing? Let me try that again. Actually goes all the way up to 99 cents, though. So here comes a breakdown on Spazbot for you that'll explain everything on it. So with all the freaking money that's shown up, Rob finally gets, well, somebody, I should say, finally gets money equals power. No money yet. Go figure. Go figure. Somebody called that earlier, too, that whenever it did happen, whoever it was wouldn't get any money. Or wouldn't have any, I should say. So, I believe that was called. People still think that, XO. Yeah, it was Metal who called it. And there you see Boss fighting against Pestilence here, hoping he hangs on to that one Eternal art he has. That half white heart could turn into a full health container for him, and he's going to need it because he only get a cube of meat at the end of this fight. And speaking of that, there you go. Also a little bit of health up with that soul heart as well, but that 4th red heart container incoming for Boss, and he's onto his caves too. I would do it best 2 out of 3 race through the womb too. What's up, BH? How you doing? Sorry, HRB. Couldn't see all the letters in there for some stupid reason, but how you doing, man? And yeah, this is called the Clubbing of Isaac, remixed by Big Giant Circles. Again, you can actually get that on the Binding of Isaac soundtrack if I could learn how to spell. Try that again. Danny B, I speak good. That's absurd. How you doing? And Spaz is quite well. Thank you, thank you. Good question. Where is Spaz? Oh, he's passed out on the armor. Armor, Jesus. Yeah, that's the word. The thing. Oh my god, Ottoman. That's the word. Ottoman. That's what I was going for. I was kind of close. It wasn't even the right starting letter. I was nowhere near that word. But he's passed out on the Ottoman behind me here. And for next year, for signups, we'll have them starting probably right about the time that, right about the time that Rebirth comes out. And we'll actually get signups opened up about then. But as long as you can cast on Twitch and meet a couple requirements, basically we'll get all the listings up there probably about first of the year. But just keep looking at BOILeR.org. If you look at the Twitter at CrumpsBoiler, we'll also put out information on there as I know what's going on. But we're going to do Season 3 with Binding of Isaac Rebirth when that comes out. And we don't actually know a specific release date on it yet, just sometime beginning of the year. So we're going to have to kind of play it by ear. I don't know exactly when we're going to start up Season 3 yet. And indeed, Rob is looking kind of happy there with that, gotta go #1. And again, it turned all of his tiers a little bit further south, as you may have noticed. And again, it drops your range pretty darn considerably, so if you have low range, that is a scary item to pick up, and Rob gonna take his chances. How about all these bacon hearts for the bosses? He finds another in a super secret room. Again, the beauty of having those x-ray vision. Or having that x-ray vision. Yeah, I can speak. Yeah, clutch dime, you can never argue the dimes. I don't care when the dime shows up, it's clutch. Like, there is no such thing as an unclutched dime. On that note, Rob picking up Celtic Cross. 33% chance now that if he gets hit, he's going to get a 5-second damage shield to make him invincible for that time. And again, you will see it when it shows up. Link to the Twitter account? Give me a second. It's up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I don't actually have a link for it handy, though. Because I use TweetDeck and I'm lazy. I should be able to do this. Watch, somebody will beat me to it now. Oops. Let's see if that actually worked. Why do I doubt it did? Hey, it did. Sweet. There's a link for you. Alright, so there's that cubic meter on Rob's side again, his first and his second orbital now, so this one's actually going to damage anything that it hits. The fly that he has will only hit similar looking flies for any type of damage. Otherwise, that just blocks shots. Excuse me again. Oh, that Rebirth trailer is weird, isn't it? I like it, but it's weird. Again, we got Boss fighting off Carrying Queen over here on the left side. So trying again to hang on to that half an Eternal Heart that he's holding. And again, let me link up how much money equals power is actually affecting Rob. There is that Celtic Cross that we were talking about. I spelled good. There we go. That only took me a couple extra minutes. There's the breakdown of money equals power for you. How about that? So didn't even have to worry about holding on to the Eternal Heart. Another one spawned, and as you see, if you get a second on the same floor, you automatically get that health increase. So let's see those yes crowns. This boss picks up Passion Play, picks up a ton of, oh god, picks up a ton of money. And how about this combination on the right side? Money equals power, 24 cents, and Polyphemus. Oh boy. We've also got the compass now for the boss. He's got more damage up now too, as he just picks up Sister Maggie in the depths one. So we got ourselves a race, folks. This gonna get interesting. This is gonna be good. That's the way I like it. Yeah, Red P. Might want to go to the doctor if that is happening to you in real life, by the way, folks. Just a public service announcement. Please go to the doctor should that be the case. Hell, if you're crying red tears, I would go to the church at that point. So, again, little heads up and public service announcement from BOILeR. Depending on where you're crying or, basically bleeding from, go to the hospital or the church. Use at your own discretion. Also, let's see, we got I can speak. We got Liberty Cap on Rob's side, and I damn near call that Sacred Heart like a fool. Anywho, that's going to give him a random mushroom effect per room that he goes into. And again, also has a random chance that gives you the compass reveal for the floor. And again, Rob very happy with his build at the moment. Just found his boss fight peep at the end of Caves 2, and he's going to literally melt through this as quickly as he can. Look at these tears. God. That damage. Oh my. I know that, well, okay, those aren't even tears, really. It looks, again, like he's crying, but again, he has number 1. Those aren't tears. Yeah, it's what you think. A little bit of fire rate increase, 2 more soul hearts for Rob, and he's now down onto the same floor the boss is on. Even though his says Necropolis on the left side, boss has got the expansion version of the floor. Rob has got the original. Ooh, them dodges by the boss. Look at them juke shoes. And Barry Sanders over here, except he never played for KC. Jamal Charles? Kinda? Not really? God, why can't I think of their other good running back from a while ago? Oh, somebody help me with this. Oh, there's been way larger tiers. Don't misunderstand me. Those get way, way bigger depending on your build. Priest Holmes, there you go. Thank you, Larry Johnson, another boss right there. God, the amount of fantasy points those two got me when other people didn't know who they were and I drafted them in like the 5th round. I played with some idiots. Oh god, Poly Sacred Heart Tears. Yes, please. Yes, please. So again, we got Gish on Rob's side as he's immediately found his boss fight here in the Depths 1. And he's going to melt on through this, wind up getting Little Gish following him, which will shoot out Tar Tears. It'll slow down the movement speed and shot speed. Excuse me, which is the basically the speed at which they travel on screen of any enemies they afflict. Yeah, no thanks to that Seeker Room. Hell of a placement for it too, but boss gonna think about this. Where can he heal? Nowhere. Oh god. And it's green bloat. To this. So Rob finishing off his boss fight there, gonna pick up Guardian Angel, double speed to all 3 of his orbitals now. And again, we got a dang nice item down in the corner for the boss, but I don't think I would touch that yet. That small rock is dang nice, but you're gonna set yourself up for disaster if you pick that up right now. And hopefully, oh my god, that was close. Yeah, I can even see boss say, oh shit, right there. I just read his lips for the oh shit moment he just had. Ooh, down to half a heart again. Again, doing a really good job avoiding everything here, though. Ooh, there's what you really have to worry about. You get momentum behind those eyes if they happen to get hit with those green bloat shots. You have to be very cautious in this fight. Again, doing phenomenally here as the boss. Ooh, there you go. Keeping out of the way. Woohoo, just... Oh, no. I was going to say just enough to get out of the way of that double brimstone. Oh, but he just inched back into it. Barely. And I mean barely into that. Oh. So the offhand chance that the Meat Boy cube was going to block that did not fire, and thusly boss back down to the beginning. Ouch. He was doing so well on that too. That was down to like the last 20% on that green bloat. That was such a good effort. What's up, Galaxy? How you doing? Good to see you this evening. So now that puts Rob back in the lead here on Depths 2, and again, he's fighting off one of these Blue Larry Juniors, which is going to guarantee that you spawn a Soul Heart at the end of it. He's also knows that he has an arcade should he need that for any reason. He'll hang on to his money for now, as again, he does have money equals power and Polyphemus, so more money, more power. And he's going to hang on to all the coinage he can unless he desperately needs to heal for some reason. On that note, finding another awesome orbital that's going to wind up replacing the one fly you saw there. And we got about one of the best trios of orbitals that you can get. Now, if that were 2-piece Meat Boy, Rob would be just ecstatic with what he had. But that Sacrificial Dagger does 17 damage to anything that it makes contact with. And that's almost as much as the knife itself, guys. So it's a really good item if you can line that up correctly and put it to use. Now notice that Rob also has that Celtic Cross. Should he get that 5 seconds of invincibility from the Celtic Cross, he's going to faceplant anything and just immediately kill it. Why not the knife? Why not Zoidberg? Alright, nicely done. And there's Mom's foot showing its face. No pun intended. Showing its cankle. Alright, that's probably a little more accurate. Anyways, Rob going to make sure that the foot comes down right there. Ooh, look at this, even more damage up. He, in the same room, has also got that small rock. So now we can explain it. That's going to give him damage increase, fire rate increase, and drop his movement speed. But well worth it, in my opinion, for that damage trade-off. And again, you see, speaking of damage trade-off, that was the sacrificial dagger, ladies and gentlemen. That's how to get through that fight quickly. Liberty Cap it is. That's got more chance for damage increase. And Rob going to head on down to the womb. Yet another XL here. Wow, so redemption time possibly on an XL floor for Rob. And again, his tear is now doing even more damage. Oh, look at that chunkin'. That is beautiful. So looking for 2 back-to-back boss fights is Rob. Oh, didn't even see the question. Hopefully somebody answered that for you. Oh, signups for BOILeR. Sorry, just saw that question. Probably going to be somewhere around the beginning of next year. We're going to wait for the Binding of Isaac Rebirth to come out, and we're going to have to take a little time to kind of break that and figure out what all we need to actually ban. So somewhere, I would say, around, give or take, the first of the year when that game is supposed to be released, we'll have information. And yes, it was answered, but figured I'd answer that in voice for you as well. And that goes for everybody as well. Like, if you want to get practice in on this game, that will help you considerably, because the new Rebirth is going to be a troll by comparison. So get your practice in now. We're going to have a play-in tournament for everybody that qualifies as far as casting goes. And we're going to have at least 20 open spots for you guys to play into. So there is plenty of opportunity. All you got to do is win to get in. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's all you got to do. On a note, 12 seconds of invincibility for bosses. He used his Book of Shadows against, who else? Champion Famine. Let's all greet him. Hey. Well, keep in mind, like, I know Cobalt Streak, and I know him well enough to know that he is going to shatter that game as soon as he possibly can. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Edmund actually put the call out there that to Cobalt specifically, saying, "I want you to break that game. I want to see you break it." So the challenge is there, and I'm sure he's going to take that up because Cobalt will find a way. I know him well enough; he's going to put his mind to it and find a way. On that note, Rob, with these back-to-back boss fights, like I was saying, ripped on through the first one here, getting that second cube of meat. There's that trio of orbitals we were speaking of. That is like the trio, like Trinity right there. That is ungodly good. And he's going to pop that Horror Babylon usage off of his, good God, off of his Empress card. Now look at his damage as he gets even more increased. Even Spaz is welcoming this. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Look at those tears. Yeah. That is by far the best orbital combo you can get right there. So, 2-piece Meat Boy shooting out tears, blocking shots for you, 7 damage on anything that touches. We got the Sacrificial Dagger, 17 damage to anything that touches. And double speeding everything with that Guardian Angel, again, 7 damage to anything that touches. So that is a brutal combination right there to anything. But doesn't even matter with those tears, Rob ripping right on through Mom's heart, and there's that 1-0 lead. So very nicely done, sir, on that ridiculous build. We've had a few of those today, and wow to that is all I have to say is just wow to that build. So 1-0 lead, like I said. We get you a link into both of their channels. Tell them both great job. Wishing both good luck for round number 2, which we are going to start up in about 2 minutes time here. As you see, we're going to get them both reset and started from scratch. And we will race back on down through the Womb 2 once again. So hang tight. We'll be back in 2 minutes. There's a link from cadguard.net to get into both the Boss and Rob's channels. Like I said, go wish them good luck for round number 2. We'll be right back in a few minutes with that for you. Alright, we're back and we're clear, so let me get you one more link in here. I saw the question, how much is Rebirth going to be for Isaac owners? Edmund actually wants to give you half off if you already own Isaac. If you go to that YouTube video, I actually interviewed him in week 2, and we talked quite a bit about it. Like I said, I didn't really try to pick his brain too much on it, because I didn't, I know he's not going to give everything away, but I asked a few questions here and there. So there's a few giveaways as far, not giveaways, but stuff that's, said about what's going to happen. But yes, he wants to make it at price for everybody that does own Isaac already, and he wants to make it very cheap for everybody. So I don't expect it to cost much either way. On that note, we're back and we're ready to go for round number 2 here, so let me flip this back on over. Excuse me. We got RobSnowlock with a 1-0 lead right now, and gotta go fast. Gotta go Sonic fast. Yeah. Okay, like I was saying, though, we got RobSnowlock with a 1-0 lead over the boss, and Rob's going to look for a 2-0 win here. Boss is going to look to tie this up in 1 apiece and force a game 3. I love it. Yeah, it's like a 2% chance or something. Like, it's so ridiculously low. Like, it does happen, and if you got 2 rooms side by side... Again, we were talking about the Liberty Cap, what Rob was doing back there. He had the Liberty Cap, walked back and forth between a few rooms that he had cleared, and basically got the compass to proc off of it. That is intended. It's working as intended on the item. That's not a glitch. That's totally allowed, too, because you risk taking a lot of time and losing your lead if you had one. So we allow it. On that note, though, like I said, we're going to race again through the Womb 2. They're on a call together, so they'll get their own start going just like that. So best of luck to you both. And I'd say we're off to pretty good starts here. On the left, we got the Magic Mushroom plus to all stats, including 1 extra health there for the boss. And on Rob's side, he's got that same double speed Guardian Angel orbital that he had last time. So again, same 7 damage to anything it hits, and doubling the speed of any other orbital he finds. Oh, you're just guessing? Gotcha. Alright, so we got one of Guppy's items over on the left side as well in Boss's Curse Room. So he's going to take Guppy's tail, which is going to... it says cursed, question mark, which is kind of a good question because you get a lot of extra locked chests throughout the rest of the run to spawn. Now, that probably cuts down on your key spawns just because instead of those, you're getting locked chests. So it makes it a lot tougher to get into things if you're going to keep opening up all those chests that you find. And again, Boss has 0 keys at the moment, so hopefully that doesn't literally curse him, but we'll find out soon. But again, 1 of 3 pieces of Guppy. We've seen full-on Guppy made already today, so Boss going to try for it here. A little bit of health up, and again, on his 5th now, he'll be on down to his 2nd floor. And we got Rob fighting that Headless Horseman. So a good way to replace your D6 early on would be flying, movement speed, and that charge effect. Yeah, good old Abel. So you notice the quote-unquote mirror follower, if you will. He's going to do the exact opposite of what Rob does. Rob moves up, he moves down. Rob shoots left, he shoots right. And there's that pony to fly on. Rob's going to get that little bit of a heal and on down to his basement too as well. Oh, don't worry about it. Like, God forbid, people are wrong. Shit happens. Don't be sorry about it. There's all sorts of craziness that goes on in this game where people are, I don't want to say misinformed, but you know what I mean, where you might have the wrong information about it, and there is a lot of stuff to learn with this game, so that crap happens, who cares? And there's Virus on Rob's side. Again, Poison Touch will add damage over time, poison to anything that happens to make contact with him. I would say hit him, but if it's a shot coming from across the room, that won't add poison to whatever shot it. So it's whatever makes contact with Rob. What's up, lad? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Killer? Good to see you both. How y'all doing tonight? And no, I'm not from Texas. I lived there 1 year, and I don't know why I still say y'all, but it happens. Sorry. Just I know my girlfriend likes when I say it, but even so, like, it's really weird. I don't intend to do it. It clicks with me like, wow, I just said y'all again. So on this mushroom cake here, we got Mini Mush now on the right side for RobSnowlock. That's going to make him itty bitty. And again, give him a plus speed and plus range increase. Both on their boss fights, both with versions of the Widow. We got Black Widow on the right side, or the left side, jeez Louise. Get it? Black Widow. I'll be here all week. Anyways, a little bit of health up. His boss takes out the Black Widow. A little bit of health back. Book is in, gonna spawn one random item, in this case a pill. He'll move on down to his caves 1 first, though. Rob just moments behind, gonna grab that pentagram, plus damage on his tiers, plus 2 damage if I'm not mistaken. And again, a little more chance that he gets devil deals. How on earth did that only hit one of those greed heads? Anyways, Rob into a castle of the labyrinth. Wow. Grubs need sleep and food. A curse of the labyrinth floor, which is both of his caves floor combined together into one. So he's gonna have 2 item rooms and 2 back-to-back boss fights at some point here. We were talking about that earlier. Somebody actually finally caught that. I quote that basically from Aladdin. And yes, I misquoted the first part earlier, but yeah, monumental power.
Itty bitty living space.
Gotta love Robin Williams. That and the golf skip with it.
Fuck no. I put the fucking thing 18 fucking 400 yards away.
That one kills me, because I play golf and it just slays me to hear that bit. Anyways, Rob finding one of his item rooms here. Not really incredibly happy with it. Left it on behind. He's got both of his boss fights connected to it, though. First one's going to give him a little bit of health up. On into his second boss fight to hopefully finish off the caves in quick fashion here. And he's got Pestilence, so that could be 1 cube of meat adding onto the orbital brigade that he's building here. Looking a lot like last time, so that would be the first again. So only the shot blocking and damage to anything that it hits. It won't actually shoot tiers yet.
Oh, fuck off, pool. Fuck no.
I love that one.
And then we're gonna put this little flag in there to give him fucking hope.
That's the best part where he finishes with that. Like, I die every time I hear that skit. I love Robin Williams. There's that cube of meat we're talking about, so that'll spin at double speed because of the Guardian Angel that Rob's got. And again, moving on down, he's going to skip that second item room. Really? Is it really going to do this? Are we really going to get another? Yes, we are. Another Curse of the Labyrinth XL floor for Rob. So back-to-backers here, and he's now got a Depths XL. Necropolis version, mind you, the expansion level here. Yeah, maybe Rob left behind the sacrificial dagger in that item room. I'm just going to play with his mind now. I gotta play with my emotions. Who doesn't love Robin Williams? I don't know, does he have an ex-wife? Probably her, if that's the case. Other than that, not many people. Alright, easy way to take out that room Rob was in. Just let the spikes do it for you. I love when that happens. Alright, full card the boss just picked up would be a teleport back to the original starting room of the floor. It helps you if you're in a dead-end room, or let's say you go into a curse room and don't want to take the damage on the way out. Other than that, though, in this case, he's going to leave it behind for that pill in hopes that that becomes something good for him. And there's that room of significance to end the floor on boss's side. Again, it gets really repetitive if I say, the boss found the boss fight. The boss fighting the boss. Yeah, again, it gets really, really like 1950s-ish there. Like, we got the boss fighting the boss. Wretched rep towards the boss yet again. Boss fighting that boss with his tears. The boss jumping on the boss. Oh, which one do I mean? Nobody knows. Like, again, it gets really, really weird that way, so I tend to make that joke about the room of significance to end the floor, which contains, I don't know, the boss. So I think you get the idea of where I'm going with that one. And at this point, it's lasted for about a month. We're going to keep going with it till the end of the year, I think. Alright, couple more spiders to take care of. Ooh, one of them's gonna split. Oh, perfect timing on that, too. I hate these things. They move so rapidly on you. A little bit more health up for Boss, his 7th container, and he'll be on down to his depths. Again, Rob's still looking for any of his special rooms. But it makes it more fun that way, Hop. It makes it so much more fun that way. It's hot boss on boss action. Only here on BOILeR. We're gonna rob with no keys, not even gonna worry about the locked chest in the center of his room. Also can't really do anything about any of his item rooms should he come across them. So maybe we're just hoping for boss fights here. Speaking of keys, finally we found one, and found one of the item rooms as well for Rob. In which we got Doctor's Remote, would be a one-time use of Epic Fetus. Kinda useful, but flying, I would take that in this situation. I'm with Rob here. And speaking of flying, dear God, those wings. But they're so pretty. Good God, those wings are huge on Boss's side. I didn't even pay attention to that, honestly. Ah, Cactus. I keep not looking at the end of it, too, so that I can do, Cactus. And look at this. Boss actually finding greed one floor further away than we normally do. So melting on through him. A little bit of money increase again for for the boss. And not really going to worry about that other penny at this point. You got enough money to buy something in a store anyways later on. Oh, hi, Spaz. What? 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 Okay, my cat is being really weird. Hi, what are you doing? Want to come watch the race? Here, where are you at? Here, come here. Come here. Oh, if he wants to be on cam, he needs to learn to wait till the end of a race. He's giving him crap now and he's looking at me like, human, I'll be on cam when I want to be. Thank you very much. Yeah, see? Hi, come here. Come here. Ooh, Rob popping that one pill that he had available. Happened to be speed down. Another one there. No good with bad gas. How about telepills? Yeah, that didn't help either. So, where do we go to heal? Where do we go to check for the other boss fight, or the other 2 boss fights in the item room here? Wow, all these Eternal Hearts for boss. My God, yet another one here. Gives him another half heart. So much health. So again, also finding his item room here in Depths 1. Rob fighting his boss fight. Excuse me, the first of the boss fights, I should say, here in the Depths XLs. Fighting War, so that would be the second cube of meat. So again, we're about 2/3 of the way there. I don't know where the hell he'd get the Sacrificial Dagger at this point. But we're 2/3 of the way to what he had last time, orbital-wise. Yep, and a small rocket again, so there's that second cube of meat. So again, more damage, more fire rate, slightly less movement speed, though Rob's flying along anyways, so moot point. But again, all sorts of good stuff out of that room on Rob's side. Again, bomb bag for Boss. Every few rooms that he clears is going to spawn a couple, or one or a couple of bombs for him, I should say. Ooh, just barely getting caught on the right side there was Rob. Alright, on into a library. Boss gonna have a choice between, let's see, Necronomicon, Anarchist Cookbook. He's gonna take the cookbook with him for random bomb spawns throughout the room that he uses it in. Alright, so good start to the new run here. We got Magic Mushroom for plus to all stats on Rob's side. And how about even more pills? Couple of fire rate increase. What else we got? Speed up. Telepills into a seeker room. Sure, why not for a couple of free cents? Now let's see what else we got here. So far Rob's been pretty lucky. Why not hit the other one? Oh, he's going to take it with him and just hold on for a minute. Ooh, a little bit more speed down on Boss's side, so pills not being so nice to him as they were to Rob. Speaking of rooms not being nice, how about Envy here? Again, he's going to split up a few more times. Ooh, how about that? A free nail for the, well, for the cost of one heart, but mind you, Rob gets to heal that immediately. So, he's going to be able to use that, up his damage every room that he's in, and also give himself one soul heart every time he makes use of it. Oh, God. And quad shot? Oh, boy. Rob's building a build behind the boss here, so boss is going to have to be real careful with that Anarchist Cookbook that he doesn't take damage. He's down to 2 hearts on his side, and Rob is building something over here on the right. Oh, my. So we got Magic Mushroom Quad Shot as the first 2 item rooms, and he got himself the nail free of charge. Look at that damage output. Wow. Again, nail's going to let you crush any rock in the room that you're in as well. Yeah, we got a Storm of Brewing. There's a little bit more fire rate increase for Rob. With Squeezy, a couple of extra health increase. A couple of fire rate increase for Boss as well, so he finishes off his. Moving on down. Oh my god. Blood of the Martyr. Oh lord, we're building one of these runs again. More damage on Rob's side. Oh boy. Boss is going to turn this into overdrive real fast here. Yeah, mother of god. That's a build like starting here. Oh jeez. So this looks a lot like Zero Game Plan tiers from earlier on. I believe we were sitting 11.4 damage on those. So I think all we're really missing here is the pentagram, and I think meat would basically cap that to the same point. Wow. Oh, wait, and the halo. He's missing that, too, that Zero had. So we've seen some crazier tiers today, but this is a nice start to begin with. And again, with Chad as the boss fight in Caves 1, you're going to get Little Chad. Every couple rooms that you clear, you'll get 1/2 a red heart spawn. Well, that escalated quickly. On into yet another library here. Boss going to pick up and use that, the Book of Revelations, get himself 1 soul heart. Also going to take with the Book of Shadows for 12 seconds of invincibility. And let's get a judgy please on his side with all that money he's holding on to. You just faceplanted the microphone, bro. That was the thing that you did. You okay? Oh god. Speaking of the notch pickaxe, somebody else just mentioned it. Notice the one use there. Boss crushed one rock. Done. That's the entire use of that thing. So not quite the nail, but somebody was just saying the notched axe is the nail is what the notched axe should have been. Yeah, you see the difference. Yeah, rock crushing hype. Oh, it's over already. Wow, and this build continues. So the relic now following Rob around. Every 4 rooms, that's going to spawn 1 blue soul heart for him. Oh boy. So again, speaking of the soul heart spawns, remember he's also got that nail for time and a half damage multiplier and a soul heart. Which again, he doesn't really need the health, so he's hanging on to the nail charge basically for when he finds his boss fight. And there you go. Every now and then it comes in real handy to get rid of some of these nasty enemies, too. God, look at that damage. That's quite nice, I gotta say. One way or the other, it's nice. You land all 4 of these shots, and that's gonna be quite damaging for Rob. So let's see, another key finally coming across one. And again, boss in that Curse of Darkness. Can't really tell what else he's looking at on this floor, or what all he has cleared, for that matter. What's up, Lol? How you doing? Yeah, Wiggle Worm is already confirmed to be a trinket come rebirth time. So let's see a little bit more health for Rob. He's going to move on down to his Depths 1. And let's see, Shoop to Whoop. One-time use of, well, basically Brimstone there off of that. Again, 12 seconds of invincibility with that Book of Shadows. Far more useful for boss, and he'll take that with. And Rob making this comeback pretty quickly here. This is getting kind of interesting. There's yet another item room, let alone a store if Rob wants it. And with just the 1 key, we'll go to that item room. Boss finding his room of significance down the floor. We had the unicorn horn on Rob's side. That would have given him 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing with that on his head. But again, we'll take the nail instead for that damage up. And again, boss on into the mom split fight. He gets blue mom this time, so the nastier version of this. Oh my god. There's the halo, so we're partway there. More damage up. Again, every stat except for range goes up on Rob's side. So, wow, to this build, yet again. This is nuts. So again, there's that 12 seconds of invincibility. Blue Mom, as I was saying on the boss's side, is basically going to spawn nothing but expansion level enemies. In fact, I don't think we've seen Stigmata at all today, believe it or not. Somebody was just asking what's next, Stigmata. I don't think it showed up at all during the races today. In fact, I'm pretty positive it never did. And again, there's that boss fight, so 1 floor separating these 2 now. Ooh, and once Rob goes back outside, there's actually another soul heart out there if he really wants it. I think he's going to be okay without it, honestly. I have updated it here on Twitch. You should search for it. See how that sounded pretty demanding on your part? Kind of busy at the moment, so I'll update that when I get a chance. Alright, boss moving on down in the womb. Gonna get Curse of the Lost. I'll add a couple extra rooms onto this Utero expansion level of the floor. And Rob really just hoping he comes across this boss fight. He does not need an item room to add on to what he has here. So he really hopes he can come across that Mom's Foot fight soon and catch up to where boss is sitting at here in Womb 1. It's all about timing, and again, look at how little time Rob spends in these rooms. And speaking of that boss fight, lo and behold, reverse commentator curse. He found it instantly. So let's see which Mom's Foot fight he gets. Grey Mom it is. Oh, excuse me again. So many hiccups. I'm sorry about that. Either way, look at the damage here again. Every time that quad shot hits, you are putting out just some mass damage on this one. So just about done here. He might wait for that last hit to go against the foot, and indeed he will, so he doesn't take any damage. Item box, one of everything, including the tick. May as well. Automatic 15% damage to any boss fight from here on out that, if he needed it, would heal him for a full red heart as well. Again, you can't replace that, though. So the one thing you have to worry about, if you're going further than the cathedral, you have to also have another second room to take a trinket with you for the Polaroid. You pass on that, you are screwed. You are not getting into the chest. Alright, so both in Curse of the Lost floors with extra rooms on them. Again, both in the same Womb 1 floor at the moment, so it's all about time. And, excuse me, Boss has found his room of significance to end the floor. And Rob's still looking for that exact same one here. So again, all about the timing here. And again, Boss needs to win this matchup to keep it even at 1. Otherwise, Rob wins this one 2-0 tonight. Alright, so Conquest, again, not a bro on the boss's side. He'll take that 12 seconds of invincibility with the Book of Shadows, and he is going to hope that this is just enough to take out Conquest. Again, already down about quarter of the way on him. There goes that 12 seconds. So now the real... Oh, God, that was close. That was cheap. That was even cheaper than anything else today. Wow, that lame-ass cheap homing shot there. Boss had no room to escape from it. That was just evil. So down goes Boss. Rob's got a huge time advantage at this point, but Boss going to restart here. But wow, that pot shot by Conquest. That's why he's not a bro, guys. Like, he will literally just be like, oh, you're near me and near dead? Woohoo! Purple shot to the face. He's a dick. Basically what it amounts to, he's never a bro. Exactly. Exactly what Zarian said. He's never a bro. Not once has Conquest helped us in any way. He is a douche. Excuse me again. Sorry about that, guys. So let's see, one more almost useless key. How about that? Rob did finally come across this boss fight here in Womb 1. Why is Conquest so cold-blooded? Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good musical reference for this. She's as cold as ice? Except it's he, so yeah, that doesn't really work, I guess. Moot point, moving on. Anyways, on the right side, we got Rob fighting against death here and already melting through him with that quad shot. Again, that damage is just insane. Not as good as we saw earlier, because it is missing Polyphemus, but damn close to what Zero Game Plan had as well. Alright, Cube of Meat adds one orbital finally on Rob's build, so not quite like the other time there with that trio, but he'll take that one cube. So again, that'll damage anything that it happens to hit. Will also block any shots that come in at it. I never figured you a fan of musical theater. Depends on how you look at it. How about that? Open up a chest, Emperor card, direct teleport into a boss fight. I think the game literally just went, hey, you know what? Here. And Rob wasn't exactly close to this either. That was going to bend around at the bottom. I wish I could see this entire map layout, but I guarantee he was not close to that. So that would have taken a long time to get to, but he already 50% of the way through Mom's Heart here. Yeah, and then there's that card. Yeah, exactly. So every now and then, like I said, the game just goes like, you know, here's every item you could possibly hope for, and a world card. Enjoy. Like... It'll just do that to you. And like that, Rob just melts on through Mom's heart for a 2-0 victory here. So very nicely done, sir. Again, bringing that NFC even just that much closer to